is a time for renewal and new beginnings, and it's a great time to refresh your mindset. Nikki Karnowski of Metamorphosis Coaching, Consulting is Trading joins us this morning to look at some helpful tips. Nikki, thank you so much for joining us this morning. It's great to have you back here in the studio.
Yeah, it's great to be back in the studio. Well, you know, this is a time we often look at our spaces and places to transform, but it can be a really great time just to kind of check in with how our mindset's going and our thought life, and a great time for renewal of those things.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so do you have kind of any of these, a few tips for us to kind of identify how to assess those mindsets that are no longer serving us and make way for some new ones that may be a little bit more helpful during the spring season?
Yes, you know, absolutely. Number one, I think it can seem kind of like a no-brainer, but allow some time where you can just be, where there's no distractions, and when you can just think. I think that can be so helpful for us, you know, setting down the phone, silencing notifications, turning those things off. I think as a society, we kind of value being busy, often overcommitted, overplanned, and that really limits our ability to just kind of think and to be. So that's one of those things. The next, kind of create a space where you can feel inspired.
Yes.
So whether it's in your home or wherever that might be, find somewhere that you feel energized in. And then I think just a really last, you know, great thing to think of is get out in nature. You know, if you're just struggling with those thoughts or your mindset, if we can get out in nature, it's a great reset, isn't it? I mean, we have the lake, we have the woods, all these beautiful trails. So I think that can just be a great thing for us to get out and get regrounded.
Yeah, we're really blessed in that sense where we are so close to so many nature outlets, whether it's the lake or hiking trails or the trees, especially this time of year, you know?
Yes.
What else is next for as those positive mindsets go?
You know, some of the things, just taking an inventory of where we're at. I think often we can get our mind swirling, and sometimes just taking a pause back and asking ourselves some questions. Just a few we use a lot in coaching, like what's going well in my life right now? What needs to improve? What do I really want in this season and why? And then looking at what might be holding us back from moving forward. And then that final question I kind of like to look at is, what is the one thing I can do now to start moving towards what I want? And often it's those little shifts, you know, 15 minutes a day towards those things, those action steps and things we want. One of those things, though, when we're assessing those obstacles that are holding us back, is to look at, is there fear? Is there a confidence issue? Am I worried about starting this because I might fail? So if we can kind of get to the root of what might be holding us back, that can be really helpful. We always say, you know, self-awareness is key. So if we don't know about it, we can't change it. But once we become self-aware, then we can kind of make those shifts.
Yeah, absolutely. I think just drilling down and just looking within ourselves kind of takes some time and takes some pondering, but it's always good in these kind of situations, right?
I think so.
Absolutely. Well, Nikki, that's all the time we have today. Thank you so much for joining us back here in studio. It's really wonderful to have you back here.
Thanks, Natalie. See you next week.
Yeah, absolutely. You can catch Eye on Lifestyle right here every Monday on CBS 3, and we'll be right back after the break.